Well, we had the rain earlier today, but that died off as the evening came. Now we're keeping an eye on the weekend. We're joined now by meteorologist Thomas Patrick to give us the weather rundown, not only for trick-or-treaters, but there's another activity or event that could possibly be happening.
I'm keeping an eye on that graphic behind me because this makes me always just so excited when we get a chance to see the northern lights. And we actually figured this out yesterday with a solar storm that came off of the sun. And it gave us that 2 days heads up, and that's usually as good as we can get when it comes to alerting you that this is a possibility. It's not tonight, it's tomorrow night, and it's looking like one of the best chances that we've seen in the inland Northwest and really for most of the northern states in the U.S. in a long while. So if you're maybe having some plans to see the northern lights for tomorrow night, well, I'll be joining you out there, that's for sure. Best viewed between 8 o'clock and midnight. So the earlier in the evening, the better, but of course it needs to get dark enough first. The weather, thankfully, is clear, which would be perfect for this upcoming opportunity. But most importantly, you got to get away from the city lights and the light pollution. So you have to get out of the Spokane metro area. Otherwise, that light pollution is just going to dim the sky too much to be able to see the northern lights. So you have to kind of do your own little research to find that dark spot that might be nearest your area, be it in our rural areas or close to some of our area lakes that offer some very dark and street light free views. That again for the northern lights tomorrow night. A lot of the kids and families will be preparing for trick-or-treat Sunday night as well. Weather once again perfect. Pretty much in the 50s during the daytime hours, slipping into the 40s and maybe upper 30s late into the trick-or-treat hours. But otherwise, it's going to be dry and it's not going to be too bitterly cold outside. So we'll call that a win for our trick-or-treat forecast in Washington. Here was that weather system from earlier today, way off to the east. That gave us all that morning rain, and we had this little blip just at about 5 o'clock where we saw the sunset, and it was just hitting the sky in such a way that it made it look like the cloud was orange, ready for Halloween itself. This is actually called Virga, when the rain doesn't quite hit the ground, but that shower actually started to hit the ground, just being rainfall overall, just to keep us honest. But temperature-wise, 50 degrees for tomorrow. Should be 50s or low 50s for the foreseeable future, at least for the week ahead, which is ever so slightly above average temperature-wise. So not too cold. And when we get our rain chances come next week, which will be the first week of November, well, those rain chances should stay as rain overall. Even our low temperatures maybe dipping into the upper 20s at times. But again, just looking at rain chances, not snow chances, at least not just yet, for next week.